Hi everyone! Today, instead of making a card, I decided to do a couple of tutorials. The first one on tying knots and the second one on tying bows. First, I'm going to cover the knots. I tend to use grosgrain ribbon for knots because I feel like they make a pretty nice face at the top, and the satin ribbon kind of tends to get a little mushed up. So the first type of knot you can do is one where it doesn't go all the way around the card. So if you're going to layer this piece on top of something else, you can just kind of fold these pieces over. There's two different ways to do a knot like that. The first is to do it around your finger. So make sure you have enough ribbon on this side, and you're going to tie it around your finger. You don't want to tie it too tight, and you want to make sure that the top, you can see the top is going to be flat because that's going to end up being the top of your knot. Then you're going to wrap that around again. Again, not too tight because you can tighten it up later. Okay, so once you have it tied around your finger, you take your finger out of it, and then you're going to tie it, you're going to cut this on the diagonal. Okay, and then when you lay it down, you can tighten it just a little bit. And then I would cut this side. And then you sort of figure out where you want to place it. And so if I was going to put it off to the side, I'd do this, and I'd cut it right about there. And then you just fold it over and adhere it down. So that's the first way to do it. The second way to do that type of knot is to cut your ribbon so that it's about 1 inch on both sides. And then you're going to cut another piece, I'll move this up, I don't know if you can see it, that's about 4.5 inches to 5 inches, so 4 3/4 about. So you're going to take your longer piece, you're going to put adhesive on one side, and then you're just going to put just a tad of adhesive on the other side. Okay. Oops. So the part where you put a lot of the adhesive, you're going to wrap that around the back, and then you're going to use the other side that we just put a little bit on to just make sure it sticks so that you have some stability there. Okay, you're going to take your little piece, you're going to put it underneath, and you're just going to tie it in a knot. But the trick here is when you get the bottom piece, kind of hold it down a little bit when you got it, when you have it where you want it. And then you take this top piece and you're actually going to twist it counterclockwise. Okay? And for some reason that makes the knot stay really pretty. Okay? So that's how you're going to do that. And then you can go back and add a little bit more adhesive on that side. And then tie it around to the other side. Okay, and then you can trim that out. Now the nice thing about doing a knot this way is that you can actually move it. So if you decide you want to put it on this side, you just put it on that side. And this is actually my favorite way of doing it. Alright, so now if you wanted to tie a knot all the way around the card, I usually leave about 3 or 4 inches. So you're going to put your left over, and you're going to make sure you don't have too much wrinkling going on here. You're going to kind of let the ribbon go where it would naturally go. See, it twists around and up on this side. Okay, so you're going to just put your finger there to hold it in place. Now the top one, you make a loop, and then you tuck it under. Okay, and then now what you're going to do is you're going to pull it, but you're actually going to pull the left side faster than the right side. Okay, and for some reason that makes the knot stay like that, and it's really pretty. And then of course you trim that out, and then you have it going all the way around the card. So if you just have a single layer card, that's probably the best way to do it. Okay, well thank you for watching, and I will continue on with my bow making video.